Hello everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Inspiration Collaboration Design Team mystery envelope. This month I sent out the mystery envelope and my rules read, for the month of May 2026 mystery envelope, let's celebrate everything summer. I've enclosed papers from Beach Boardwalk along with embellishments from Boardwalk Fun and Sunset Sparkle Sequins. Create a layout of a summer trip, a summer day, etc. Anything about the warm outdoors. So this is what I enclosed in the mystery envelope. I die cut several images from the Boardwalk Fun die set. So we have a Ferris wheel and a ticket and some palm trees, and then some swatches of papers, DSP from the Beach Boardwalk collection. So lots of bright, fun, warm colors. And these are the full-size papers. So instead of using what I sent in the envelopes, I'm going to use larger pieces. So I have the rest of the collection here. Lots of fun tropical images. And then there's stickers with lots of word strips that talk about summer, and a cool palm tree border and this other palm tree circle. So let's go ahead and get started. So the pictures that I'm going to scrapbook are from a cruise that we went on in 2011, and we sailed 3 stops in the Caribbean. We had 3 at sea days, and we sailed the Allure, and it was the first of the mega liners, mega cruise liners. There were, I can't remember, there's stats on that picture there. There were so many people on that ship, so it was huge. So I'm going to work in some blueberry bushel because our picture here is mostly blue and the CPAS cards are mostly blue. So I'm doing an opening page for our cruise scrapbook, and I like to include the CPAS cards on the opening page. So it's going to be the photo and the CPAS cards. So I'm going to use this piece here that looks like water, and I'm going to trim that down. I'm trimming 1 inch off each side so that I can have a nice wide border of that blueberry bushel. And then I'm going to use this other pattern paper that has sun rays on it. First, let's get this secured down to my glass mat here. And get some magnets on there so it stops wandering around. I'm just doing a single page layout, and this will open up my 2011 cruise scrapbook. Okay, so let's figure out how much of this yellow and orange paper that I'll need with the suns on it. And I'm going to use this bottom portion because it's Timid Tiger, and the photo has a bit of orange in it and the CPAS cards as well. So I want to get as much of that Timid Tiger in this piece as I can. And I'm quickly noticing that I can't go side to side because it's going to take out too much of, it's going to cover up too much of that water paper. So let's play around with it and see where we can move these CPAS cards. So you probably hear it in my voice. I've been sick for the last 10 days, and I finally have enough of a voice where I can do a video. I went on vacation for 10 days and came back sick for 10 days. So I'm recovering. I feel good now, but my voice still doesn't sound great, and I still kind of have a cough. So sorry about that. Yeah, we'll try to get through this voiceover here. So I'm cutting the sticker, the round sticker from the sticker sheet. I like to cut the stickers out because then I can play with them with the placement and not have to commit to sticking them down right away. So I'm thinking that I'm going to shift that large photo down, and we'll move the CPAS cards above the large photo. And I still have to play with it a little bit more. We'll see. I want it to kind of tip them, kind of candy-wampus like that, but that's not going to work. So let's stagger them. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah. Okay, I like that. All right, so let me figure out how much I'm going to need. and then we'll go ahead and chop it off. So I'm just eyeballing this. I don't have any exact measurements. I'm just going to go so there's 2 suns on each side of that photo. And then we'll go ahead and place that down. And I'm just going to see what it looks like if I just do a larger frame around my photo. No, I don't like the CPAS cards kind of floating above there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the yellow paper so that it can accommodate both the photo and the CPAS cards. Yeah, that's much better. So we'll go ahead and trim that down vertically, about right there. Okay, so we'll chop that off, and then we've got our base page for our photos. So I'll have a even border on the left and right side of that yellow, and then from top to bottom, but not even all the way around. But that's okay. I like kind of being a little off like that. All right, so that's the basic design. And I feel like I need a little something more for my large photo. First, let's fuss with the CPAS cards and the sticker. I'm going to create a second mat, so we'll double mat this in white and Timid Tiger so we can bring out more of that orange from that photo. There we go. I like that. And then I popped it on foam tape, so I have a little dimension. Okay, so these are the stamps from Boardwalk Fun, and I've pulled these palm trees, and these stamps are cool because you can manipulate the trunk of the palm tree and have it sway to the left or the right, however you want, or straight up and down. So just place them on your block the way that you want them to tip, and yeah, you can do lots of things with the palm trees. But what I'm going to do here is stamp lightly. This is daffodil, and I'm going to add a couple of palm trees, and they'll kind of peek out from the left and right side of the photo. I just want them to be really subtle in the background there. Just add a little something. So once the ink dries, it'll be barely noticeable, but just a little extra subtle something there. So we'll go ahead and add palm trees on the right side, and I decided to mask off that lower, shorter palm tree so that I can stamp the bigger one above it, and the rest of the trunk of the palm tree is going to go off on the post-it note. Okay, I like that. And then I've also pulled that diamond image from the stamp set too, and I'll use that in a minute. But let's get these cleaned up first. And I have done some strip journaling on the light side of Daffodil Delight, and I just journaled the year of the cruise and the ports of call. We stopped at 3 ports of call, and then we had 3 at sea days, because at the time a lot of the ports couldn't accommodate those mega liners. It's a lot different now because they've built ports that can accommodate them, but either you have to tender or actually Cosmo was big enough to accommodate us, but yeah. So anyway, we had 3 at sea days. So I have cut some of these strip wordy bits from the sticker sheet, and I'm going to figure out where I want to place them. So I have time for fun and sea, sand, and sun. And I have sunshine there, but we'll see where we get with this. And then that other oval-shaped one, I opted out with that as well. So off camera, I cheated and cut more of these images. Instead of using the cherry cobbler that I had sent in the mystery envelope, I decided to use both Timid Tiger and Daffodil Delight. And I cut both the light and dark side of those papers, and I cut out a bunch of the same images. So I'm going to use this ticket, and I'm going to figure out how I want my little wordy bits to be layered on top. And something like that. I need to play with it some more. Okay, first let's do a little stamping with this diamond image. And I'm going to do some random stamping around the upper part, also in Daffodil Delight. And I like that. Okay, so before I put that palm tree round sticker down, I decided to cut a scallop to layer it on top of so that it would have a timid tiger border all the way around it. And this die, it's a close to my heart die. I got it out of my stash, but there is a scalloped circle die available from Stampin' Up currently. So I'll try to remember to add a link in the description below so you can do something similar. I just had it in my stash and grabbed it and thought it would look good. Okay, so this is another sticker from the sticker sheet, and it's got these holes punched out. So I'm going to layer that below the ticket before I start adding the wordy bits on top. So we'll add that ticket, and we'll layer that in. So now we have a base for the words. So first I thought I would put this time for fun on top of that ticket. And I played with it a bit. Not thrilled with that. So let's pick that up, and I'm going to move that over to the left. I like it there. Okay, so off camera I will pop that with some foam tape so it's on the same level as the photo, and then it also can accommodate the layering of the CPAS cards. And let's figure out these stickers. I wanted to use all three of them, but that's not going to work. But reading the words, you've got 3 words. So first let's put this sunshine on my palm tree sticker. We'll layer that in. And okay, so that's going to work. And then I've got these 2 palm trees that I die cut, and I want to add those. So let's do the smaller word. Sea, sand, and sun. That works. And then our little palm trees. And then we'll get everything glued down off camera. So I will add a playlist at the end of this video so you can check out the other Inspiration Collaboration Design Team members and the layouts they created with the supplies that I sent. So this little embellishment here, it is the it's the loose anchor trinket, and it's super cool. It's a little anchor, and it's got like a rope design around it, and it's silver, and they're like a nice heavy weight and really beautiful quality. So yeah, and it's perfect for this layout. So of course it's got a hole at the top, so we can't leave that naked. I need to put something on it. So I'm going to add some linen thread, and just going to tie a little bow, a tiny little bow, and we'll add that with a glue dot. Okay. And then these are the garden epoxy dots, and there are some blue ones there that are blueberry bushel. They're only one size, but I'm going to scatter a bunch of those around. And then off camera, you'll notice in the still shots, I added some clear ones to go with those in a smaller size. And those are from the Dewdrops embellishments. So you'll see those at the very end. So I've got these all scattered around, and we'll pull the magnets off here, and then we'll pull this a little closer to the camera so you can take a look. And of course, I'll have a still shot at the end, and then you can check out my socials as well, and I'll have a closer look at this layout. You'll also notice that I inked around the edges of that yellow DSP with some Timid Tiger to kind of make that frame pop. And here's a still picture. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I'd sure appreciate it. And then you'll be able to find all of my videos. And thanks for watching.